Michael writes in from Escondido, California. He goes, I live in California and I inherited a house in Florida as part of my uncle's trust. I was wondering what my tax hit would be once I sell this inherited house. And also, I plan to sell my house in California in about a year and a half or so when I retire. Will the look back requirements affect me when I sell my California home, which I reside in? If I get slaughtered, wow, that's aggressive, Michael. Slaughtered, maybe I can look into renting one of the houses. Thank you. And I look forward to clarity on this.
I assume he meant if I get slaughtered in taxes.
I hope so. So we inherited a house. All right. We can talk a little bit about this. I don't know what uncle's trust means. So was it revocable, irrevocable? What was it, kind of a complex trust? Or I'm guessing, Alan, that it's just probably was a standard revocable living trust. Michael was the beneficiary of the trust, or one of the beneficiaries, and he inherited this nice house in Florida. So what happens at death is that there's a full step up in tax basis in most cases, depending on the titling of it. But I'm assuming he probably got a full step up, or maybe half step up, but let's just assume a full step up. What does that mean? Uncle Larry bought it for $100,000. Uncle Larry dies and it's worth $500,000, and Michael is the beneficiary of that home and he sells it. Well, Michael's new cost basis is $500,000. So when he sells it, there will be no tax due. Or if he sells it a year later and now it's worth $525,000, well, then there would be a taxable gain only on the $25,000, not the cost basis of when Uncle Larry purchased it.
And the only time that that's not true, if it was in like an AB trust, and so you have an irrevocable part. And so that the basis in that particular case is the same as what it was at the time that was set up when the first spouse passed away. And there are other types of irrevocable trust as well. So, but usually, Joe, you're right. Usually it's a living trust. You get a full step up in basis, you sell it, you got very little tax to pay, virtually no tax to pay if you sell it within a short period of time.
And if you sell your house here in Escondido, California, well, that's your primary residence. So then you get the 121 tax exclusion on your primary. As long as you lived in the house, 2 out of the last 5 years. And if you're single, you get to write off $250,000 of gain. And if you're married, it's $500,000, so $500,000. So let's say you bought your house in Escondido for $500,000. It's worth $1 million today, and you're married, and you've lived in that Escondido house 2 out of the last 5, and you sell it. There would be no tax there either. So I don't know if he's going to get slaughtered. I don't think so.
I don't think so either, in all likelihood. And if you sell that Escondido home for $1.2 million, then you've got a $700,000 gain. You take away the $500,000. You only pay tax on $200,000. So that's how that rule works.
Are you prepared for retirement? Schedule a free financial assessment with an experienced financial professional right online at purefinancial.com.